Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Play Action Podcast, episode number 71. I am Will, and we got Colton there watching some TikToks or some Facebook Reels, whatever you're watching over there.
Pick your poison. It's Facebook Bills.
Is your favorite
Actually,
player Mark McGuire too? Playing for
my favorite player is Mark McGuire. TikToks are great. You know, I got to download a TikTok, but those things are great, dude. Got to tell you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is probably the craziest offseason of all time.
It's an NBA offseason. Like, this is literally the NBA, like, where you got nonsense going on. But, like, this is even worse. This is like it on steroids. For real.
Something ridiculous. Some ridiculous stats too. 9 Pro Bowlers out of like 30. I don't know. Out of all the players traded, 9 of them were in the Pro Bowl this exact year. So absolutely crazy. We're going to get into it in just a second. Let's get into it right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Play Action Podcast.
This is the Play Action Podcast featuring Will.
In the past 150 days, you didn't ever decide to sit down in your damn desk and be like, hey, let's game plan this playbook. Pardon my French, but goddamn, you are an idiot, Matt Nagy.
Featuring Colton.
Good job, Bill. Golly. What a dope. You missed Brady. You made a mistake. Come out and say you messed up. Golly. Well, breaking news before you get on your post here. It's looking like Bobby Wagner is visiting the Rams and there's mutual interest. So that's interesting.
This is interesting. Everyone's like, oh, the Rams lost. They didn't make a move. That's a pretty significant move. That's a huge move on the defense.
Hold my beer.
Rams
said, hold my beer.
Yes, make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitch, Use Stadium. You can also follow us personally. And let's flick that banner up right down below. So if you're feeling wanting to follow us, I mean, by all means, we're all open for it. Well, let's go into the breaking news. About 11 Eastern, all of a sudden, a kind of blockbuster thing went through. Tyreek Hill, where could he go? The finals between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. And whoever gets him is going to sign him to a new extension. Ultimately, let's get this all set up here. The Miami Dolphins won out on it. The blockbuster trade, which includes a first, a second, 2 fourths, and a sixth. Now, Miami gets a lot stronger. Mike McDaniels gets a lot smarter. What are your thoughts? Did they trade too much? I mean, we'll get to the Jet side of it in a second. And I'll go my little Jets rant for those Jet fans that are watching.
Oh, gosh, I hear breaking everything. Yeah, they clearly gave up a lot. But when you're fighting the Jets at the same time to get a deal done is what it seemed like. You do what you got to do to get the deal done. And they got the deal done. And, now you have a 2-headed monster at wide receiver core. Very excited. We got some Jets fans coming in here. Not happy. He's not a happy camper. But Tua's going to be – this is a put up or shut up year for Tua. So we're going to see what he can do. He's got weapons. No excuse now. See what he is. It's put up or shut up for now for Tua.
They went out and they traded for Teron Armstead. They rebuilt the line. They got Connor Williams.
Did you say they went out and traded for
No, Teron signed Armstead? Him. I may have said traded, but
you may have because there's been a bunch of nonsense.
Yes,
you're right.
The number one free agent on a lot of people's boards. He heads to South Beach too. I mean, only a matter of time till LeBron James says he wants to go back to South Beach.
Yo,
there's 12 really good teams in the AFC right now, and I agree. And we'll get to the whole Baker Mayfield spiel in a couple minutes too. But Colton, you had a little debate here, debate topic. You want to bring that up, and we'll maybe get it on the U Stadium Twitter page. See what everyone's thoughts are.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting one. It's actually a Dolphins fan brought it up to me. I was actually having this argument with him while I was painting his house. I personally think. Well, all right. Let me give you the question first. So he asked me, "Are you doing Russell Wilson and Courtland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy, or Tua, Tyreek Hill, and Jalen Waddle?" And I said I was taking Russell Wilson because I already know what he is at quarterback. You can have legit weapons all you want, but if you don't have someone that's good throwing the football, you got some question marks. So for me, that's kind of where I'm at on this one. I don't know what your thoughts are on it, Will, because it is a very decent debate. Because the receivers are really, really good there.
What
but-
turns me off is just Tua. And like I got the cut Dolphins game, so I got to see Tua's arm where he threw this like magnificent 60-yard bomb down the sideline to Mac Hollins over on the left sideline against the Jets inside MetLife Stadium. But other than that, he doesn't really have a big arm. If he could get the ball maybe 15, 20 yards down the field on a pass, he doesn't have to be a Mahomes chucking it, 50 yards saying, screw it, Tyreek's down there. Let me just like chuck it up there for you. I think it goes hand in hand. I want to see Tua under McDaniel's offense. I want to see what McDaniel's could bring to Tua because they've rebuilt the entire offense. Let me get that up here really quick.
So, Joe, are you like making a meme that the Dolphins have no quarterback, or are you actually talking about like Chase Edmonds and Raheem Mostert? Because
Like,
I'm assuming you're going for that, but like
look at their offense right here. Okay, Tua, Teddy, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Cedric Wilson, Devontae Parker, Sherfield, Chase Edmonds, Mostert, Gaskin, and then also they still got Gesicki. I mean, they're going to get Gesicki under a long-term deal too. I think this is definitely down to Tua. It's a make or break year for Tua. As we talked about last year, they revamped the entire offensive line. They got so much going for them. Let me take this down. I'm going to go over to Adam Schefter's Twitter page really quick because he did post a very good post there. If I can ever find it.
it's interesting because I'm actually very interested to watch this Dolphins team now. I got my girlfriend's family are Dolphins fans, so I know they're very interested and very happy about what's going on right now. And I also got all my friends, including you, are Jets fans. So like it was kind of like an interesting piece today. I had a nice like war going off in my fantasy basketball group chat between Jets and Dolphins fans. It was quite entertaining, so I appreciate that. But yeah, for me, so I'm not sure, Ryan, if you're listening, if you want to get a poll up on the U Stadium page, because I think it's actually very interesting if you would take Russell Wilson, Cortland Sutton, and Jerry Jeudy, or if you're taking Tua, Jalen Waddle, and Tyreek Hill. If you're picking out of those three, I'm kind of interested. Ryan, if you're here, if you want to make a poll, because I think that can actually get a lot of clicks. Because I think that is a very interesting question, to be honest with you. But yeah, they have a ton of weapons. It's very interesting to see. Again, like I said, this literally comes down to Tua. Preston, Preston. Who's your team, Preston?
Who's your team, Preston? I got to get back through all
fan?
of these. So let's see. I'll go back up to Shake and Bake right now. What do the Jets do about a star receiver?
Yes,
see, now that's a good name right there. What do the Jets do about a star receiver? They haven't done anything possible. No one wants to commit to New York. Okay, unfortunately, as sad of a Jets fan I am, I got the Geno Smith jersey over there, so you know how just terribly depressed I am. Okay, no one wants to play for New York, and that's just flat out right. You have to overpay for him. The Chiefs agreed to trade Tyreek Hill to the Jets for the 35th, 38th, and 69th overall pick. Nice. But no one wants to go and play for New York because why would you want to commit to somewhere that's going to be cold like New York, okay, where you could just try to end up building through the draft? That's just going to be, if you got a 7 or an 8 win, maybe 9 win season last year, and maybe that could have, got Tyreek Hill's attention, it's just going to be tough because no one really wants to move into the air conditioning unit of the NFL and play there for 8-9 games, depending on how the season goes, for like home and away games at that point. It's rough being a Jets fan, and this is just, what we're going to be doing. Obviously, they are building up for year 3 of Zach Wilson, and they're going to be thinking, hey, year 3, we got years 3 to 5. We can honestly try to build a Super Bowl contender, and it's kind of crazy to think, oh, we could go out and maybe make a Super Bowl team like that. But at this very moment, no one wants to play for New York, and you're better off going through the draft. And I know there's some rumblings about potentially trading one of the first-round picks and getting some more draft capital, but that's just like a rumor I've been seeing floating around the internet at this very moment.
No, you have to take best available and build your roster up. The Jets already have some nice pieces. They've built up a nice offensive line for Zach Wilson. It's time to go put in the money and get it done for him. So whatever they do at the early pick, and then that's what's crazy. They have so many picks in the top, 50? Like 4 4 or 5 picks in the top 50. Like, that is absolutely crazy. You don't have to go out trading. Build a roster up. You already have some nice pieces. Elijah Moore's a nice piece. Corey Davis comes in free agency is a nice
If you get
piece.
Elijah Moore
You
like a
know?
Cooper Cup role, you're gonna have like a 1,500-yard receiver right there if Zach Wilson can nail him every single
Get
every
some
single time.
pieces on the defense for Robert Saleh to work with. It's kind of been like we're waiting for it. Get him some pieces. CJ Mosley. You're going to get Carl Lawson back from injury, who you never got to see last season at the Jets.
Exactly.
Fan. You have to get some of these pieces in. See what happens. See what falls to you in the draft.
And you're also building too off of Bryce Hall and Michael Carter in the back end. And you got LaMarcus Joyner. You got another safety that re-signed in the back end. I think you got like 3 safeties re-signed. And I knew they were trying to get Marcus May. I know there was like kind of a little interest near the end before he signed with New Orleans, but man, it's just kind of rough there. Yeah, there was no way he was going to go to New York. There was 0 chance he was going to end up going there. I wouldn't even say the income tax too, because he'd be playing in New Jersey, so it wouldn't be like he's paying New York income tax unless he's going to live in New York. Well, it's just, I don't know. It's just rough being a Jets fan because I had a small glimmer of hope, and I shouldn't have given myself that the Jets were going to be in the Tyreek Hill sweepstakes, but here we are, disappointed as usual. Just got to be hitting these draft picks right here. You got to hit a 4, you got to hit a 10, or if you're going to be trading them, got to hit somewhere on these. Very unfortunate there.
Yes, they did. Apparently, this has been known for a little bit. I put in my group chat because, again, I'm part of Steelers Nation. Check us out. We'll be live 6:30 Berg Central on Instagram Live. But, of course, if you're not interested in hearing Steelers stuff and hearing NCAA brackets, check out the Sports Desk. Check on that with Ryan and those guys coming up at 6:30. But anyway, I'm part of the Steelers Nation page, and we have a group chat. And in our group chat, someone slipped some information that they have a connection. Someone they went to college with. It does the stuff for Tyreek Hill, his video stuff, and he stated in a message I saw today that he messaged him, "Hey, the Jets didn't have a shot, did they?" And he said, "No," laughing my ass off, that the Jets didn't have a shot, and they've known for months he was going to Miami. So if that's true or not, I don't know, but that's kind of seemed to be rumors. And if that's the case, that'd be kind of interesting that, this was known.
Let me get a couple more of these photos in here. But this is honestly one of the craziest off seasons to date. I don't think there's been a crazier off season here. But basically, to sum up, it all depends on Tua right now. And all the memes right now are of Tua and just Dolphins wide receivers with Tua at quarterback, big bull with a little gun. That's basically Tua in a nutshell. Let's see what Tua could do moving forward and all that stuff. As we could get to Albert here. Who wins the AFC West now? And the correct answer is yes. I think every team has a shot to win the AFC West. And that's kind of crazy to think, but there's definitely a shot for every single team. I wouldn't be surprised if the odds are going to be like even at some point too. I mean, Kansas City's still powerful. You still got Mahomes at quarterback, but now he's down his top target. You got Juju over there, but he's down his like most valuable target in Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, for me, I'm going Chargers. I think the Chargers win the AFC West. I think they've gone all in on winning now. Preston is a Jets fan, so that is kind of interesting.
He knows
kind
pain.
of where he was going with this.
He knows pain.
Yeah, Joe agrees with me. I think the Chargers win it. I think
I really do think the Chargers win it too.
Chiefs for plus money. Well, see, it's Chargers are winning it. So I'm not really shocked.
As
that
long as they don't
money.
lose games, they're supposed to win.
The Chargers are going to win. Yeah, the Chargers are going to win the division.
Let's book it right now. Chargers coach to win coach of the year. Right there.
No, I'm not booking that one.
I'm booking that one. Booking it. Seal of approval. Shipped out. All that. But let's see. Let's go into some other news here. Let's talk about this here. Matt Ryan traded on Monday to the Indianapolis Colts. I, for one, really like the color change for him. 3rd round pick. But what's convenient about this 3rd round pick, it's the 82nd overall pick. And if you just jumble some numbers around, 28-3 will forever haunt Matt Ryan. But 3rd season in a row, the Colts acquire a veteran quarterback through either free agency or trading for one. They pick up Matt Ryan in his final 2 years of his deal. Falcons take a $40 million dead cap hit on moving Matt Ryan, which is the largest in NFL history, I believe, for a single player. But I don't even know. I'm excited for Matt Ryan. I think he'll have a Phillip Rivers-esque year for what Phillip Rivers had in 2020. I feel like he's gonna do well. Just what about a receiver? I think that's the only question. They just need a true number one, a true tall guy. Maybe he could recall a old teammate in Julio Jones, go back with Matt Ryan, bring up that old connection once again. Would you be all for that, or would you not be for it?
I think, like you said, I think this is like a Phillip Rivers situation. I think they kind of this all goes. Jim Irsay hit the panic button really bad because Carson Wentz had one bad game, and this is where we're at. This reminds me of the Phillip Rivers situation, and they're just getting very desperate here, and that's kind of where I'm at with the Colts. Like it really reminds me. I know Ryan put up all the quarterbacks they've kind of had in here. It is a weird group of quarterbacks, to be honest with you, but yeah.
The Colts, the Broncos, and the Washington Commanders are all teams that have started a new starter for week 1 every single year for the last 6 years. Let's just kind of put that in perspective right there. That's good. That's kind of like the weirdest thing possible you could think of, but there's inconsistency under center for each the start of the year.
See, I love Twitter, by the way. I love Twitter.
I love Twitter too.
You'll find the weirdest of things on here. Like there's this podcast account that just tweeted receivers grow on trees, Dolphins. Draft picks do not. I didn't know a top 5 receiver grew on trees. And a guy that fast. So, and to be fair, they didn't give up too much. They gave up a lot, but like not outrageously much. Like no one was complaining when gave up 2 first-round draft picks for a safety that actually can't cover or catch the ball. So yikes. So you might want to check yourself on Twitter. People, sometimes people say the silliest of things. I don't want to. I can't give them any credit here. I cannot say their name because I don't want to give them credit unless someone wants to go hammer them. And I'm not here for mean stuff on Twitter, but geez Louise, man. Come out
Josh
here and
is
say
there for mean stuff on Twitter.
He is. But to come out here and say they gave up way too much or gave up keep draft picks. Wide receivers grow on trees. I think the Patriots would like to say hold my beer on that one. Patriots can't draft receivers to save their life. So
no, they can draft receivers unless they're exclusively in the 6th round. Unless they're a very late pick, they could draft a receiver. They can't draft the high overall receivers.
They can't draft receivers.
They could draft
Stop it.
People deep in there.
No, they can't draft receivers. Brady made receivers look really good. Stop it.
Okay, yeah, sure. Aaron Dobson, greatest receiver of all time. But I want to go back to the Tyreek Hill thing because I just thought of it after I was on the phone with you. The whole domino effect situation. It all starts out with D-Hop getting traded for a 2nd-round pick and Bill O'Brien trying to nuke everything in Houston. And now receivers are just flying off the boards now for multiple draft picks.
Well, to be fair, it's also gotten a lot crazier because this offseason, the price for receivers has gone way up.
Gas has gone up. Receiver prices have went up. Prices for everything has gone up.
Ryan N'Keal Harry is so good. Yeah, no, he's hot trash. But
hot trash.
What's it called? What am I trying to get at here? The offseason has been wild. This is why I went off on the Jags last week. They overpaid 2 receivers. So now the receivers are not being able to be affordable. You knew Davante Adams was going to get paid, but this is also the backtracking of Patrick Mahomes' contract. This is biting them in the rear end, and here we go. This is what starts it, and Kansas City might be in trouble for a little bit now. So unless the cap goes up a lot, see what the new NFL ticket deal works and all that. But yeah, Albert, I agree. The Christian Kirk signing started all this nonsense. Green Bay wasn't able to afford Davante Adams. You knew Davante was going to get paid a lot, though, because he's clearly better than DeAndre Hopkins. So he's going to sit there and look, yeah, I'm better than this guy. So I'm clearly going to get more
than everyone that's out there. He's better. He's so much better than everyone out there. Which contract? Yeah, Yeah, Kirk, that.
Nah, Kirk. Kirk messed everything up. Like, Kirk messed everything up. It's not close. Kirk
On the high
literally
end, he gets
ruined it.
$20.5 million if he hits every stride and works out the contract too. Let's
Yeah,
see.
the
Joe
Kirk
Douglas gave
signing
me
started all those.
little hope, and then the Dolphins had Hill, and it feels like it was all yanked away. I gotta find that meme of the one guy in the Radio City Music Hall where it says, "Clearly, the people in the Jets know something that we don't, and they must be excited to announce this to us." I'll have to find that. Follow a lot of good Jets pages on Twitter. But let's shift into the other quarterback news too. The Let's see, where is it? Here we are. Then on Friday, Deshaun Watson was traded to the Cleveland Browns for a haul of picks, not even a single player. 6 picks include 3 first, I think 2 fourths, and a 6th round pick. Still with 22 unfinished court cases, civil suits going on. A lot of Browns fans are kind of jumping ship on this. They don't want to be a part of this, knowing if the Deshaun Watson will ever play again. This is I don't know how to think of it. Apparently, they talked to Deshaun Watson for a grand total of 30 minutes about this whole court case stuff and domestic violence. I forgot what the correct term is, but they only talked to him for 30 minutes about it, and they kind of said, "You know what? It's okay," and they pulled the trigger
Yeah,
and
no,
traded for him.
they saw the stuff that happened last Friday and said, "Oh, okay, we got the green light. No criminal charges. Okay, we're good." And yeah, that's what happened. So Cleveland said, "Oh, we got an easy excuse now to trade for him." Like, look. You know, you're not getting away with this one. Sorry to tell you, Cleveland. So good luck with that. And someone on Twitter here is saying Cedric Wilson got 22 million. What a joke. Yeah, the receiver market is absolutely stupid. Zay Jones, who was unknown in a awful wide receiver room, got overpaid as well in Jacksonville. But yeah, this Shaun Watson stuff, I think he was out on Cleveland. Then all of a sudden, Cleveland like guaranteed everything. It was like, all right, cool, I'll go to Cleveland then. And this is where we're at now. Like Cleveland was out of it. That's what's crazy.
Five
Rappaport
year,
and Schefter,
$236 million contract for a guy that's not even like finished with all these court cases yet. They're not even done.
No, he's gonna
And
be
they go and
suspended
sign
at least
Jacoby
8
Brissett
games.
to be the backup. They trade away Case Keenum for some reason to Buffalo.
There's gonna be at least.
I'm still shaking my head on this. He's gonna get suspended. I think that's obvious, but it all depends how long is he gonna get suspended, and will all the stuff be finished by the time training camp rolls around? Let's make a realistic decision. So like 4 months from now, when they have to all report to Cleveland for training camp.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's been a mess. It's been going on for a while now. So we've asked what this situation is with Deshaun Watson. When is it ever going to get finished up? Who knows? I don't know. But this stuff's a mess. Yeah, Cleveland with a little head scratcher here for me. I'm not really too sure.
And now all the starting quarterbacks for the AFC North are all under the age of 27. I want to say that was the correct age there. So youth all over, Pro Bowl experience for all of them, except for what's his face, Joe Burrow, because he participated in the Super Bowl, the first one out of that entire group to do so. What's next for Baker Mayfield? I think that's the question now we got to ask here.
He's getting cut. This is what this means.
I don't think he gets cut.
I think he does. How do you keep him on the right? Who's trading for him? This is like the same thing. Like Jimmy G would have been traded for by now. Who's trading for him?
Well, who would you rather?
What? Go ahead.
Who would you rather start right now, Jimmy G or Baker Mayfield? Then you have to choose one. You can't say none in your Colton expression.
Well, I would say none, but since I have a gun to my head, I'm taking
none, zero, not doing it.
Zilch, not doing it, not interested. I'd rather like sit here and like bake in my own freaking L's. I don't even know where I was going with that one, but yeah, for me, none. But if you have to pick, it's Jimmy G.
There's only one place that I can see Baker getting traded to, and it's Seattle, and I feel like that's the only place that needs a quarterback.
Seattle's not got to trade for him. No thanks.
Okay, in a perfect world where something could go like that, there's only one team, and it's Seattle that needs a quarterback. That's the scary part.
Why? Carolina needs a quarterback. Atlanta needs a quarterback.
Oh, they got
Detroit.
Marcus Mariota.
Yeah,
Detroit.
no. They need a
Well,
quarterback.
listen, I feel like Detroit needs to go at least one more year with the Jared Goff experience and then call it quits after that. I feel like one more year with Jared Goff, see what happens. I mean, unless you really want the kid from Liberty in Willis, then go out and get him. Apparently, he might be going second overall. We're gonna have to definitely do a mock draft at some point.
That'd be crazy. If he goes, oh gosh. See, stop it, Ryan. Mariota stinks. That dude's bad.
I don't.
That dude's hot trash, man.
Mariota's not hot trash. I'm
No, he's
sorry.
bad.
I really feel like he's. I mean, he
Remind
doesn't
you-
really have many targets now in Atlanta besides Pitts.
He's bad, dude.
I feel like they got. I feel like they should have to trade Pitts. I mean, I don't know what was the point of taking a tight end fourth overall. That's still one of the craziest things to me. That's really all they have is Pitts and score Daryl Patterson.
Oh no. They still have what's his name. He's just not this year. They have the big better on the roster.
Oh, Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, big better.
Oh well, to that. Let's shift into let's see. Let's get this one banner down here. Doing all this by myself is difficult stuff. Let's see. Let's get to it. So Thursday Night Football, Amazon Prime has announced their commentary team consisting of Al Michaels and Kurt Herbstreit. Kurt was a part of ESPN's college game day, right?
Yeah, he does the college football games.
And he was doing some Monday Night Football games as well. Al Michaels, as we know, Miracle on Ice. He's done everything. Was with John Madden. He was on ESPN. He was everywhere. So now Amazon gets their guys to do Thursday Night Football for the next 5 years, right? Who is your favorite NFL announcer? I'm going to say my favorite commentary team has to be the one with Greg Olson on it because for some reason it's just like it explodes. I'm drawing a blank on who it is. I have to look this one up really quick. Really amateur there.
That's a good question. From
the guy that did the 67 house call for Jonathan Taylor against the New England Patriots for that Week 15 Saturday Night Football matchup. I'm drawing a complete blank.
Is it Booger McFarland? Booger McFarland?
Gus Johnson.
Gus Johnson's a good one, man. I love Gus Johnson. Hey, have they announced who Fox's lead people are?
I feel like it has to be the Greg Olson team.
Because
they don't have one unless
like
I've seen some ridiculous stuff. I think it was on the U Stadium Twitter page that Fox should just hand a blank check to Ian Eagle and be like, listen, we want you to be like our next top guy. Because Ian Eagle's not that bad. He's the voice for Brooklyn Nets basketball. I think he's the voice for something else too.
He does the basketball during the week too. I think at times he's not just on. I believe he does like TNT and ESPN's primetime games for basketball as well. I know it's always like a mixture. See, I love Kevin Harlan.
Kevin Harlan's good. I like when he does Monday Night Football radio, and then he does
Yes, sir. I think he's really good.
I think Kevin Harlan.
Yes,
should hand blank check to Kevin Harlan.
Yeah, I'm all in on that.
Oh yeah, Kevin Burkhardt. That's the guy who I'm thinking of. I think that's their new number one team because now Troy Aikman and Joe Buck now go to ESPN. Now
that's crazy, dude. That was
who would have thought
Albert coming in late.
Yes.
Albert, you are
Albert
correct.
coming in late, but I mean, I'll say he's early because there's definitely a couple second delay. I mean,
very true. You're right.
I'm gonna give
Albert's
Albert's on the money. Money, Albert. Show me the money. Give it to. But we talk about how crazy these trades are. I mean, there's commentators getting traded here. I'm kind of sad that we won't see Al Michaels and Collinsworth anymore, but Mike Tirico gets control of the booth, which we've been waiting for the past 4 years.
You talk about a guy waiting his turn. That man's waited his turn.
And I like Tirico when he was on Monday Night Football.
Yes.
With Gruden. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say John Gruden since he's canceled, technically, for what he's said, apparently. But yeah, Tony Romo, Jim Nance, good up there too. Gus Johnson. Honestly, I got to do one Gus Johnson game, and it was that 109-yard field goal return for the Jacksonville
God.
Jaguars, and he's
I
like
can just hear
losing
him
his breath
yelling. Yeah, I can hear him just yelling
down
the
the
whole way.
sideline. He's just losing his breath. I'm losing my breath too, listening to him because I'm just like, wow, I literally get to hear
Oh
one
my
of these.
God! Touchdown! Like, oh, Gus Johnson.
Gus
Crackhead.
Johnson.
Love it.
He needs to. He has to go up. I mean, as
See,
wanna
he's
say,
up
but
there for Fox
him-
too, man.
but he
But
was
the
like a
problem is he
four-
does
he was
college.
on the fourth. He was on the fourth team though. He was doing Cardinals games. Then he was doing
Well, the
like
problem
the
is
Lions
he's
game.
doing the college games. He does like Fox's like big college games usually.
Yes, that's
Yes,
the most
Joe.
Madden 11
Stokely
open.
down the
Ma-
sideline.
Madden 11 opening right there, and just Drew Brees moments that make a lifetime. Oh God, Stokely! Oh my God.
Joe Hack.
I love that so much.
Cap. Check out.
But
Check
yes,
out Hack No Cap.
yeah, but yes, who is your favorite commentator? It doesn't even matter if it has to be, football. It could be hockey. I mean,
Hey, can we just put clips on? I know we'll get in trouble for it. Can we just put clips on right now of just Gus Johnson's like best calls? Because like it's great. It's great.
oh no,
Love
no,
it.
Chris Johnson. Oh, look out! He has get away from the cop's speed.
Speed. Oh god.
Oh, glorious, glorious quote there. But really, that leaves a question mark for Fox. I think Kevin Burkhardt and Greg Olson take control of the number one team on Fox. I think you have to be like, listen, Gus, we love you. We love you on the college games. We're not gonna lie. We're getting blocked now because you're just doing this.
Love me some Gus Johnson. I had to.
Touchdown! Denver!
Touchdown! Brandon Stokely. Good call, Hack. That's a good one, dude. I'll give you that one.
Let's get over.
Gosh.
Let's jump over to one of our favorite pages over here. Let's go over to Instagram. Let's kind of recap some of the signings we've seen too. Let's see. Where do we want to start? I mean,
Miles Jack. We're gonna start with Miles Jack. We're gonna start off with the guy that got signed just after we got off. Miles Jack.
Mere
I'm gonna
minutes
talk about
after.
the Steelers. I don't care. I'm being mean. I'm talking about the darn Steelers.
And then they trade for a Jaguars linebacker in August for what? A 5th round pick in Schobert, right? 5th rounder, something like that.
Yeah, 5th or
And then
6th,
they say,
something
screw it, we're going to keep on taking Jacksonville linebackers because we can't beat Jacksonville anytime. So we got to take their inside guys and figure out how to beat them on both sides of the ball.
Appreciate you, Ryan. Yes, sir. Finally.
I say a home run pick right there.
Love it. Love it.
Love it.
I know. Enough with the Homer stuff. What else you got? It's been a very busy,
and then literally after we got off, everything went down. Von Miller to Buffalo for what, 6 years, 120, $133 million.
That was crazy. Like for a guy, again, I know he had a good playoff run. A guy that was like kind of like
radar. I mean, I didn't think Buffalo was in it. Buffalo was definitely not in it.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden Buffalo's just like, oh yeah, we're signing Von Miller. Oh, it's okay, no biggie.
I think this one's gonna bite them in the rear end. To be honest, I think that's a lot of money for Von Miller.
By the time if he lives out the entire contract, he'll be 38 when he leaves there.
Woo! Woo! That's a lot of money.
McCown. Oh yeah, Josh McCown, Hail Mary to knock the Vikings out of the playoffs. Oh, I just saw that too the other day. Touchdown Cardinals. And all you hear is the commentator, no! All you hear after is just they knocked the Vikings out of the playoffs. It was like some ridiculous like thing that needed to happen, and the Cardinals were like the last team to like perfect that. And then
what's called is a great call too. We're talking free agency moves. Great call was definitely the what's it called. The Stefon Diggs touchdown for Minnesota against the Saints.
Oh yeah,
that
that's
call
a
was
glorious
wild,
one by Joe
dude.
Buck.
Oh my.
And then Chris Godwin too. After we got off, everyone just started signing. So maybe we're just good luck or bad luck.
Well, hopefully, if we're that good of luck, then I can't wait for
the Jets will trade for number one receiver. Then that's
no, I can't wait for Tyrann Mathieu to sign with the Steelers. Then as soon as we get off this, I can't wait.
Oh yeah, and they trade Minkah Fitzpatrick over to Seattle for those first round picks.
Relax.
But yeah, Chris Godwin, 3-year, $60 million deal, $20 million per year, coming off the ACL injury. Big stuff for Tampa Bay. As I'm trying to cycle through all of these here. Let's see. Can we talk about this though too? Allen Robinson to the Rams. I feel like this wasn't really talked about. It was just mentioned like, oh yeah, he signed with them, and that was kind of it. But for 3 years, $46.5 million, he now brings another element to that offense. And now if Odell could resign there, I think this offense will be good. But then it leaves a big question for Van Jefferson now for the wide receiver room. He'd be the odd man out.
Yeah, the interesting thing is, like you just said, Odell. Odell's the interesting one now because Odell's probably outside the midway point of the season. So, like, he's going to sign a 1-year deal, whatever that may be. But Odell's an interesting one.
He wants to go back to Cleveland. He said he wants to go back. I don't know why he would do that.
Why? Go play with Deshaun Watson. Why not? Baker Mayfield's out of there. Why not?
I hope he doesn't give him the ball, though. That'd be funny, though.
Oh, gosh, that'd be funny. See, I don't want him to go to Cleveland, so he can stay in the NFC. Like, everyone's gone to the AFC. Can, like, someone go to the NFC to stay the heck away from me, please? Like, for once? Like, stay away from our teams because it's kind of irritating.
Can I also make this decision, too? The NFC should forfeit, like, 2 of their wild card teams and then give them over to the AFC.
See, Albert coming out here with the guns. I love this one.
See, Albert's just like freeze. We want answers.
Albert, love it, dude. Keep dropping your thoughts.
And
everyone drop your thoughts. Like I'm on Twitter reading, so if anyone else has some thoughts, drop it. We're reading them. But if you want to get your comments brought up on the page, go to the YouTube oh my gosh, page for the U Stadium. Comment away on the show. We'll post them up like this. But Robert Woods of the Titans is very interesting for me. I love it. I think he's gonna have a similar role to like what he had in LA. Julio Jones just couldn't stay on the darn field. Now you have a guy that is involved in the passing, run blocking game like he was in LA. I think
he plays so short too. He could play, just throw him on a slant 5 yards up the field. Like he could make plays. Coming off an ACL injury, yeah, ACLs are weird. Everyone's different in their recovery, but for 6th round pick for 2 years, they stole him. This is a good deal for the Titans. Slowly try to rebuild up that offense, and now they went out and got Austin Hooper. Let's not forget that. But I don't know if that's like official because he's like post June 1st deadline stuff and everything like that. I don't know. It's like very weird too. How many AFC teams would be top 5 teams in the NFC? I would say at least 10.
I don't know about that.
There's so many teams that are better at better quarterbacks.
There's a lot of teams.
Most of the AFC teams too.
Oh, it's definitely Christian Kirk. It's definitely Christian Kirk. Definitely Christian Kirk.
Are you saying not Zay Jones or Evan Ingram?
No, it's definitely Christian Kirk. Biggest impact, definitely Christian Kirk. Stupid Jacksonville. No, that's interesting. For me, the new, biggest acquired has to be Davante Adams. I don't think it's a question. Like, dude, like that's crazy. When I saw Rodgers resign, I never thought there was a shot in the dark that he was going anywhere else. And all of a sudden, see you later. And he's like on his way. Like, what? For me, I already know what Derek Carr is, and I can't wait to see him with an actual legitimate receiver, not throwing just to a tight end. I think that's an easy one. I think the best
I'm excited for this. Like, look at this.
I'm like, dude, that is
I need one of those Raider jerseys with Adams on the back. I need that.
Yeah,
that looks so tough. Come on.
I'm very excited to watch the Fresno boys get back together. The band's back together. Can't wait to see that.
I gotta make a little I don't know, debate, little bet thing on the U Stadium app where you can use your points and you could, it's basically agree or disagree. I'm gonna have to go on there and be like, hey, Derek Carr's first touchdown of the year, Davante Adams.
Nah, it's Hunter Renfrow, dude.
Davante Adams.
3rd and Renfrow. Book it. All right, so who's your biggest? Who's going to make the biggest impact? I think it's clearly Davante Adams. Like getting a guy like that, it's like, dude, that is crazy. For me, like Jalen Waddle was already legit in Miami, and we'll see. Like Tyreek Hill might be like absolutely disgusting in Miami. Like that duo, like is absolutely
like who do you put your one on if you literally move your number one corner around?
It's Tyreek Hill, dude. You have to put it on Tyreek.
Because Wow can make that
they're
big.
Just so fast, man. Oh my goodness, that like. But for me, I don't think it's like a question. Like, dude, you're getting the best receiver in football in Vegas. Like that is where the biggest impact has to go. But your thoughts, because again, there's been a ton of receivers moving around.
Biggest acquired receiver will make the biggest impact.
No, which newly acquired receivers?
Which newly
Like,
acquired one?
So that's DJ Shark, that's Juju Smith-Schuster, that's clear the two receivers and what's it called? Oh gosh, that's Allen Robinson in LA. That's Robert Woods in
Can I go,
Tennessee. That's a bunch, and then Cordell Davante Adams and Tyreek Hill are the other two, big ones there. But I think, dude, it has to be Adams.
I would say Adams, but I don't want to be like you and pick the low-hanging fruit there.
Yo,
I'm gonna go off on a limb.
I'm gonna take the smart answer.
I'm gonna go off on a limb. I'm gonna go with a tight end there. I'm gonna say Evan Ingram. I think Evan Ingram makes a name for himself out of the big market in New York.
Dude, you're like Josh. I gotta turn you off.
I'm gonna just take you out of here. It's okay, but I would say Evan Ingram. I could go off on a limb and say Juju because him and Jackson Mahomes. Jackson Mahomes has come out and said he wants to make a TikTok collaboration.
See, was that actually?
I think that was real. I think it was real.
Was that actually real, or was that like someone photoshopping? Because that would be hilarious, like photoshopped. See, Juju, it might actually have the biggest impact because Tyreek Hill's gone. Like, that's what's crazy.
And they're down what? Brian Pringle went over to Chicago, and then they lost Robinson that went to L.A. No, Las Vegas. They're kind of down a lot of players, so I think Travis Kelce, 400 receptions, 5,000 yards.
Travis Kelce is going to go in like the top 3 now, like at fantasy. Like, that's what's
the
crazy.
First pick off the board.
Like, he might be, honestly. Like, he's not, because clearly, like, running backs are like stupid, like important, but like seriously, like that is wild. Yo,
hey, OJ Mahomes here.
Yo, stop it. Joe Hackett out here.
Yeah, Braxton Berrios going to lead the league in passing yards, TD catches, kicker, punt returns, and then Jake Funk's going to lead in everything else too.
Oh my gosh, you guys are.
Let's talk about some impact signings too. How the Bengals revamped that entire offensive line. They were 20th overall for offensive line like rankings, which is bad. It's not good, but it's not terrible. But going over, re-going over that entire right side with the center and Karras, Kappa, and now Lel Collins for just $10 million a year. I think it makes it a lot easier now in the draft trying to revamp, especially with Jackson Carman and maybe seeing what you got left in Jonah Williams. I want to say they hit a home run in free agency, especially trying to rebuild that entire offensive line for Burrow, trying to make sure he's not going to get killed like he did in the Super Bowl. And also, the rest of the playoffs for the AFC race as well. God, it's going to be so difficult when we do our predictions in September for where we're going to have where, because there's so many great teams in the AFC. It's going to be difficult to decide who.
Yeah, this might be a cluster
happen.
fudge. Seriously, it might turn into a cluster fudge when we do our brackets for like picking the playoff teams, like those 7. Like that might be really gross. NFC is gonna be very easy. Like the AFC is gonna be like hey, who you pulling out of your hat today? Like, so seriously, question for you.
Okay,
so the guy's house I was painting in today, I was naming off all the playoff teams in the AFC because he had like mine like as an instant playoff team now with this trade. I'm like, pump the brakes. We need to see what Tua is. Like, pump the brakes, please. Like, we need to see what Tua is. Like, if he stinks, they're gonna stink again. So like, it doesn't matter who's there at receiver. Pump the brakes. But now I said, let's see what it is. In which division? Like the AFC West or
I think the West
North?
West can do it.
What are you talking about, Ryan? Are we talking the North? Oh, here's Joe Hackett. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll see, Joe. We'll see on that. Ryan, which division are we talking about here? But I was talking about the AFC in general, like how many good teams there are. So correct me if I'm wrong. Like, see if I'm like out of the dark here. With the moves the Steelers have made, I said the Steelers are going to be competing for a playoff spot. Will they get it? Probably not, because the AFC is like absolutely loaded. But like,
you need to pray and you need to have a little whatever those dolls are, voodoo dolls, kind of start puncturing them.
Do you think they seriously have a shot at making the wild card, Pittsburgh? Like, I'm saying the 7th seed, not like they're not going to be the top wild card team. That's not happening. But I could see them competing. Do they get it? No, I think there's just too many weapons in the AFC. Like the AFC is like absolutely stupid. Like everyone's come from the NFC. It's like, screw the NFC. Let's go to the AFC. Like, what are we doing? But everyone said, hey, let's come to the AFC.
I think Mitch throws 30 touchdowns. Could that be? Is that like unrealistic? I think he could throw 30.
That's interesting. Will.
See, that's a bold take. I think Mitch could honestly throw 30. I think Freiermuth will be like a top 10 tight end by the end of the season.
Oh, I think he's already a top 10 receiver.
Is Ebron
or a
still on
tight
the
end.
team, or did they cut him?
Nah, he's a free agent. He's still out in the market.
Wow, he goes from Andrew Luck having a career year, revitalizing his career, and then just I don't even know what happened with him in Pittsburgh.
Falls off a cliff in Pittsburgh again. Surprise!
I blame
surprise.
Mason Rudolph.
Nah, I just blame Ebron having the case of the dropsies. That dude drops everything.
The stone bricks.
Stone hands, butterfingers. All right, Ryan, that's kind of interesting. I didn't think you would. I'm not sure how you would feel about the Steelers. So I'm actually surprised that you had the Steelers going 10-7 as a Ravens fan. So much respect, my friend. Much respect.
Ravens are going 17-0 though, so it's okay. Let's go. Let's talk about this. Jameis Winston returns to New Orleans to party. 2 years, $28 million. I feel like this is such a steal for the Saints. He played so well last year. He threw 14 touchdowns, 3 interceptions in 7 games. I feel like it's a steal that they just stole him off the market. Although the entire quarterback market was stalled because everyone wanted to wait for Watson, the Steelers were like, screw it, we're going to sign Mitch. We're not waiting for this shit.
That's what was crazy. Steelers right out of the gate signed Trubisky. Like, there was no wait. And it was like, boom, Trubisky. I'm like,
we're not waiting for
what
Watson.
Are we doing?
This isn't our bag of chips here.
Same time, man. I've had to talk to a lot of Steeler fans. You know, not
you talked to Big Cat from Barstool Sports.
I did. That was
so and he hyped you up. We make quarterbacks bad. Okay, it's not our fault.
That's right.
Give him a chance.
What word did Will say that was a bad word? See, I feel like
I said the sh word because I had a whole lot of sh for you.
Let's see. Oh, now you're blocking yourself out. Now you sound like Drew Timmy from Gonzaga. So good for you, Will. But see,
let's go. St. Peter's.
That'd be crazy. Good for those. Good for Jersey City. But yeah, football's a great thing, Joe. You saw it. Jacksonville beating the Buffalo Bills 9-6. Like, who in the Lord would have thought that would have happened?
And then they beat the Colts and then end the Colts playoff run, which cost the
Jets.
Carson Wentz's
The Jets
job.
beat the Bengals, who end up going to the Super Bowl. Like
no,
the Texans
Mike
beat
White
the Chargers.
Beat the Jets. Mike White beat the Bengals.
Stop.
That was
you got Joe Hackett.
Mike White game.
Joe Hackett went to Canton and had a nice picture with Mike White's jersey. So Joe Hackett, big.
I would have asked him to try it on too.
Oh God, you guys and Mike White. Gosh, you guys are something else.
Listen, I'm still saying Taylor Heineke. There's still a chance.
Yes, stop it, please stop.
I don't even know what other news there may have been, but I think we got it all. Oh yeah, we can also talk about this too. The Matt Stafford extension for 4 years, 160. It dropped his cap number, so they can honestly sign more players.
You can also talk about Teron Armstead to the Dolphins. Like the Dolphins are kind of building that lineup. That was kind of the more.
We briefly talked about it in the beginning of the show.
Yeah,
but 5 years, $75 million plus incentives.
That was crazy. That he was the best free agent
and he was
lineman available. He was out there for a while, man.
Well, he wanted to play with Watson. He said, "I want to wait to see where Watson goes." And then I don't know. I guess Cleveland doesn't need a left tackle.
Who the heck are their tackles? They have Jack Conklin, and then their left tackle. I forget who that is. It's Jack Conklin and someone else.
It's not Joe Thomas, but man,
no, you're not. It is not. You were like 6 years late on Joe Thomas.
But man, he was there for when Cleveland was bad, and then when he left, they started actually becoming something. That's the craziest thing. I feel so bad for Joe Thomas.
I don't. That dude wanted to smoke. I saw him like tweeting out like not too long ago and was talking schmack about Pittsburgh, and I think it was something about like the Steelers' last home game against Cleveland. And he was like running his mouth, and then Cleveland lost, and hasta la vista, baby. See you later. So I don't feel bad for Joe Thomas. Screw the Browns. Cool. The Browns is the Browns, baby. The Browns is the Browns.
I want to talk about one more free agent news that I had here. Malcolm Butler though, back to New England, 2 year, $9 million deal.
Yes,
they get back their Super Bowl 49 hero and also Super Bowl 52 benched player. Malcolm.
Had to do him dirty like that, man.
Had to do it dirty. Let's see. I'll get this up right here.
Malcolm Butler.
Malcolm Butler. Yep, here it is. Bam. Yeah, Malcolm Butler back to New England after he was on the Cardinals.
Where's the jersey swap, bro? Where's the jersey swap?
Oh, hold on. You want me to Google it for you? Hold on. I
No,
got this.
no. Oh my gosh, you didn't have to jersey swap it. Well, always going above and beyond, dude.
I'm using like the worst. Let's see. Bam. There we go.
Oh, jersey swap.
Oh,
Damn, that's
jersey
a good one.
swap. Want to see
That's a good one, dude.
Brady in a Patriots uniform too?
Oh gosh, yo, that's crazy. Good.
That's
jersey
crazy. It's crazy.
Swap. Oh golly.
Uh
Oh, also, shout out to the birthday boy, man. Shout out to the birthday
Oh,
boy, Will.
made a
Previous his
tomahawk
birthday.
and then I got grilled by Colton there.
No,
You
not
really paid
me.
for you paid for a bone. That's it.
Yeah, kind of, sort of, maybe. But big shout out to you. Appreciate everything you do for the show, and it doesn't go unnoticed. So appreciate you, man.
Yes. I got my last week of NFL work for the end of April, so we're excited to go into the draft there and all that kind of fun stuff until next season starts, which is kind of sad to think about. I'll not have to do any work for like 12 months, 12 weeks.
Say
A
it's
little sad.
not as long as you think, man. It's gonna be here sooner than you think, dude.
I know if this offseason keeps on going the way it does, that's what's going to happen. But I think this is a good ending point for our show.
I think it is.
Next week, let's talk about next week. You want to do a mock draft? See where we are at?
Oh, mock drafts. You're gonna call me Mel Kiper out here.
No, I'm going to call you Mel Gesser
I hate you.
or Colton Kuiper. No, that wouldn't make sense.
Well, Colton Kuiper is good.
That doesn't sound. That doesn't
Oh, it
flow with me.
sounds like a cluster fudge, and I'm all in for cluster fudges.
But ladies and gentlemen, you can follow us on the social media links down below. Stick with the YouTube channel, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. The Sports Desk. They are talking March Madness. They're talking everything right there. They're also going to talk
Yo,
about
go blue,
Tyreek-
Ryan. Go
Tyreek
blue,
Hill.
dude.
Nah, go St. Peter's. Their best.
Oh, little
yes!
boxes.
Little boxes is here for the end of the show. I'm gonna get little boxes in you to go on a war next week.
Oh,
That's what's gonna happen. I wish I knew who Little Boxes is. But that's why identities are masked there. Something like that with superheroes. I don't know. But yeah, tune in to us next week at 5 Eastern. We'll go over mock drafts, do all that kind of fun stuff. But also tune into the Sports Desk, as I mentioned, 6:30, talking March Madness, all that stuff. Go St. Peter's, their best player. Got a deal with Buffalo Wild Wings. He's living my dream, and I hate it because Buffalo Wild Wings is such a great establishment. Although I own like probably a percentage of their stuff there. Colton's like, just end it, man. End it. I'm ending it. Tune in next week, ladies and gentlemen, 5 Eastern, 4 Central for the Play Action Podcast every Wednesday. Later, everyone.